Welcome to Seriously Podcast, the show where we recap the top digital series. Each week we dissect an episode.
And we're talking dissect, like we go in and peep everything.
We share our questions, comments, and concerns, but mostly concerns because these characters stay bugging.
Girl, like, what is their life about?
Girl, these shows have me stressed.
So listen in as we discuss the show and get all of the behind the scenes tea.
This week, we're recapping episode 9 of BT Plus hit show Bigger. We got a chance to catch up with Rasheda Crockett, who plays Tracey. We had so much fun talking to her about her role and why our girl Tracey can't get it together. This is True Life. I am Tracey. Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of Seriously Podcast. I'm Mary.
I'm Brittany.
And we're continuing our recap of Bigger Season 1. Today we have our girl Tracey is in the building. Well, not really in the building, but she's here with us. Rasheda Crockett.
What's up? I love y'all. I'm so happy to be here with y'all. I'm grateful. How y'all doing?
We good. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. It's my pleasure.
How are you? How's quarantine life?
You know, some days it's touch and go. Today is good. Call my mom up this morning. She prayed with me. It's gonna be a good day.
I love it.
It's gonna be a good day.
It's a good way to start the day with prayer. You have to.
Yes, it sure is. Okay, so for any guest that we have, the first question we love to ask is, what was the very first web series you ever watched or got hooked on?
Awkward Black Girl.
Yeah.
I remember I was living in Pittsburgh. I was in law school, working in finance by day, going to law school by night. And I don't know, I probably was just like watching reality TV on the regular TV because I was just being basic. And one of my homegirls was like, "Have you gotten into Awkward Black Girl? It's so funny." And I watched the first episode where Issa was in the car and driving next to her, and she just kept getting jammed up. And it was so funny and so relatable living in a city where people don't let you over in traffic when the Steelers lose. It became my new obsession. So yeah, Awkward Black Girl was my first web series obsession.
So being a fan of Awkward Black Girl, how was it when you saw you was working with Tristan on Bigger?
Girl, his hair was so short, I didn't even realize he was the same dude. I didn't even realize he was Baby Boy.
That's so funny.
He looked so different when I saw him.
I know.
Tristan's so chill. That's my buddy.
He's cool. So what was it about the role of Tracey that made you want to be a part of Bigger?
When I auditioned for a different role initially when I got the script. And when I went in and read, Robbie was like, "Wow, you're funny. You should read for Tracey." And I was like, okay. But at the moment, I it's crazy. God is funny. I had just literally just before I walked into the audition, got some really bad news from my family. Like while I was in the lobby, it felt like a movie. I got a text from a family member and I read it. And then the BET rep came downstairs and was like, "Hey guys, ready to take you up." And I was like, wait, what just happened? So I'm like trying to distance myself from that. I go and I do the audition. Robbie gives me the feedback like, "Yeah, here, you're funny. Take this, read it, and come back and read for Tracey." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I can't. I just, not to get too personal, but I need to go home. Like I kind of can't." And she was like, "Okay, you can come back on Monday because Robbie Reed is a saint." She was like, "No problem, you can come back and take some time, read it over the weekend." I called my manager. I told him what happened with my family. I told him what happened in the audition. He was like, "It's okay, go home, take care of that, and we'll work it out with BET." I ended up going back in on Monday, and the rest is history as far as me booking it. But I recall the first time I read the script fully, thinking this is some of the funniest stuff. Like this needs to be on TV. And if it's God's will that I book this, I just pray that I can do this character justice, because this show is gonna change my life.
Yes, and you do such a good job, girl. Like, your character is one of my favorite characters on this
Love
show.
Tracey. And she's from New York.
Yes, she's from New York. She's from Brooklyn, so
Come
Yes.
on.
that's our homegirl in our
I mean,
mind.
same.
Yes.
Yes. Come on, Tracy. It's so funny. I have an aunt named Tracy, and I remember when, I started doing the role and, we first started shooting, I called home and I talked to my aunt Trey, and she was like, Sheeta, I don't want nothing. I just, wanted to say I love you and I'm grateful to be your aunt, and I'm just so proud of you. And I was like, Aunt Trey, guess what my character's name is?
That's
And
beautiful.
she was like, Tracy. And I was like, yup.
That's special.
So, you know how we love Tracey, but every episode, sis is struggling, trying to be seen, trying to be heard, and we just want to know, why is she doing too much? Like, what is her end goal? Like, what does she want in life?
I think Tracy just wants to be happy, and she just wants to be herself. And one thing I really love about Tracy is that she's not scared to try something. She don't care
No, she
if,
is not.
she can trip, fall in her face, bust her nose wide open. She be getting up, wiping the blood, like, damn, what I trip over? Okay, let me just watch out for pebbles and then keep going. Like, let me just watch out for cracks in the street. But she ain't scared. For someone who cares the way Tracy cares about how people see her and what people think about her, she's still not scared to do what she thinks can launch her into what her definition of success is. And you got to try things. You got to, even if it means that it didn't work out the way you planned, and now you sitting on your floor crying because sorry, that got hella personal, but like, you got to sit on the floor and cry sometimes you got to sit on the floor on your trailer and just cry.
Gotta cry it out.
You got to. We all have to cry it out.
But yeah, I think the reason why she keeps stumbling is because in doing too much, is because she isn't gonna stop until she finds her footing and has the life that she wants.
Okay.
So Tracey, we already talked about, she has her embarrassing moments, whether it be like allergic reaction or tripping and falling. Which of her moments were you most excited for, like, the audience to see, and why?
I really loved the stuff that she did, like in the beginning, like episode 2, and when she was trying to do the ASMR and that didn't work. I loved the makeup in that scene so much. The makeup artist, the special effects makeup artist, did such an amazing job that I FaceTimed my dad with the makeup on, and he almost had a heart attack.
Oh no! How you do that?
Oh my God!
Why you do him like that? I texted him and I was like, Dad, are you home? Just because I'm not a monster, right? What if he was on the road?
Yeah.
Right? I want my dad to So he was like, yeah, I'm home, Sheeta, what's up? And then I FaceTime him. He looked at my face. He said, oh my God. And just got up and started.
Oh my God. Yeah, because it looks so real.
Yeah, I was like, damn, girl.
Bad. Oh, God. It's like Emmett Till.
Oh, stop.
But
No,
I mean,
it was bad. It was bad.
It was bad. It was bad. But I thought it was so good creatively and artistically. I felt like that scene came together so well. And now being in quarantine, that, for that group shot where like all 4 of them were on a group chat laughing at Tracy.
Yes.
It very much reminds me of like how I communicate with my friends now on quarantine. And I mean, I don't be looking that jacked up, but close.
How long were you sitting in the makeup chair to get that on your face?
Maybe 2 hours. So it took, I had to go to the studio, do a mold of my face, and do like a testing. So that probably took a few hours on a separate day. And then once the mold was done, he put the silicone mold on my face and then blended the makeup to, all make it come together.
Okay.
Girl, movie magic.
So professional.
So which social media trend would you like personally want to go viral doing?
I just did the stank walk challenge
I saw.
on my third TikTok account.
It was like TikTok member 465. I was like, what kind of numbers? She got like 9 numbers.
User, girl, all just area codes. 818-718-516-646
I'm
user.
done.
Coming out the gate strong. I say that. I mean, it was a fun. It was, it's all in fun. I guess if I were to ever go viral doing something, I would hope it would be something that's like purpose filled and mission filled, and something that truly aligns with either like giving God glory and or something that helps, not helps, but enhances like imagery for for Black Americans on a national scale, or more like an international scale. If I were gonna, if I had to choose something to go viral, if I can say, oh, you know what, this one is gonna go viral, I would love it to be something that I feel has mission behind it and purpose. And if it's funny, that's
Yes.
a bonus.
I love that.
Me too. All right, so our girl Tracey, we always see her experiencing a lot of pitfalls and struggling with getting back on top.
Must just can't get right. You just can't.
No, every time.
Every week we're like, come on, girl, just
we're like, come on, almost there.
Come on.
Come on, sir.
So we notice that we get noticed a lot for successes, but we create them on the back of our failures. Yet we only discuss the success. We don't discuss the failures at all. So what are some failures of your own that you've been able to learn from, and how did they change you?
Well,
We got deep real quick.
I am. No, I'm a law school dropout. I dropped out of law school. I showed up to my civil procedure final. I went to Duquesne Law. Showed up to my civil procedure final late because I was meeting with an agent in Pittsburgh. Now, hear me out. There are two at the time. I don't know if it's still the case. There are two agents in all. There were two agents in all of Pittsburgh. I was meeting with one of them, and the meeting ran over, and I showed up late to my final, and I was like sitting there doing the final, time ticking, and I'm like, girl, you are just sitting here wasting everybody's time. You want to be an actress, move back to New York and pursue your dreams, and stop wasting people's time and money, people being your own. And I never told my parents. I called my dad and I was like, hey, Dad, I think I'm going to come back home. I just want to, pursue some other things. And I think it's time for me to come home. And he was like, okay, Sheeta, come home. And he never asked me about law school. He never asked me anything. To this day, maybe when they hear this podcast, they'll know that I dropped out of law school at that point.
Wow.
And that's why, and I was moving back home to pursue acting. But I was so embarrassed, and I felt like such a failure. And, like, you move back home, all your girlfriends you ain't seen in a minute. What you doing now? You know what I heard about you? I heard you trying to be on Broadway, and you trying to be some actress. You hear this crazy stuff I'm hearing about you? And I was so embarrassed, and I had so much shame, and I was just trying to protect my dream, and I felt like a loser most days. And so I kept in order to like protect my dream, I kept it to myself, and I just put my head down and worked hard. I went to UCB. I started taking improv classes and sketch comedy writing classes. I started writing to create opportunities for myself to perform. And then, writing sort of picked up for me. And, I started writing on TV shows. I wrote on Talk Show, The Game Show. I wrote on Adam Ruins Everything. Came back to LA, did the CBS Diversity Showcase. And that's where Robbie Reed found me and ultimately called me in to audition for Bigger. And the rest is history. But it started when I made the decision to drop out of law school because I showed up, 30 minutes, 45 minutes late to my final because I didn't want to be there. Low key.
Wow.
Wow.
But it all worked out.
Yeah, it did. So you always want to be in the actress, right? But what made you transition to law? With your family, or?
My favorite aunt is an attorney, and I wanted to be a judge. I thought I was gonna, girl. I was like, I love entertainment, so I guess I don't know. I'll be a sports and entertainment attorney until I make enough
Okay.
money to ultimately
Mm.
become a judge.
Yeah.
I was gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
I was gonna figure it out. But either way, I knew I didn't belong in Pittsburgh for the
Mm,
rest of my life, so I needed to like do something. I needed to get out of Pittsburgh, and
mhm.
I wanted to become an actress, and there were opportunities for me in New York to do that. When I was 9, I think that was the first time I started saying like I'm going to be an actress.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. My fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Vaith, asked us to do like one of those not oak tag, one of, those presentation boards about what you want to be when you grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm doing this thing with my hands because the board opens up. It's like a trifold situation and it stands up.
Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, yeah. I know
Mhm.
what you're talking about.
Science
All right,
project
so we
board.
all
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
now
Yep,
we
we
see
got
it.
it.
I'm painting a
Uh-huh.
picture. Okay. So
Got it.
I said that I wanted to become an actress, and she was like, "Oh, you spelled actress wrong." I did. She was right, but that don't mean that I
She had to
did. But
call you
that was
out like
Right.
that. Sheesh.
No. Let me rock, sis.
Right?
she
You knew what I was trying to
was.
say.
I mean, okay, so I forgot the R. It was a sneaky R.
Okay.
She was racist.
Ah!
That's all that was. That's all that was.
She was racist. God
And
bless her dead,
hating.
but she was racist.
And hating. Because you had a
Mhm.
dream when you were young. Like, you knew what you wanted to be. She ain't know what she wanted to be. That's what she mad about.
She jealous.
It's all
Call
right.
him out. Miss Bates was bugging. But yeah, I think ever since I said for the first time when I was 9 years old, yeah, I'm gonna be an actress. So I guess since then, that's when I knew.
And it worked out. You're killing it on Bigger.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get into the recap.
So Lane is looking for Willie. Liberty got these free Willie shirts, and Liberty scares me. I don't know about y'all.
She
Liberty
should.
scares me, right?
She should.
Like
She's
She
different.
she's
should.
happening. She's cleaning this straight razor and looking at Lane like, "What's the problem? I want to cut her, so I'm about to cut her. Like I'm cleaning it. She's not gonna get an infection. What
Right?
is the problem?
And that's not the first time that Liberty doesn't have to pull out a
Oh
blade on her. So
How is she still employed?
how? I think Lane is scared because
Yeah,
if you
she's
fire
afraid of firing
Liberty,
her.
of
Yeah.
course. Cause Lane, I mean Liberty will like pop up. Like you gonna fire me? I'm gonna cut you.
I personally think Lane likes the muscle.
I think so too. She needs it because Lane is not that type to really be in people's face like Liberty.
Yeah,
So this extra
that's true.
backup it helps. So Lane, she goes on this hunt to find Willie. You know, she goes to this area where like a lot of homeless people are, and she's just bothering them. Like no one wants to be bothered. Like ever since she's touching them, they're like, "What are you doing, lady?
Back. First of all,
She
back.
is
You
truly
wait for that
Back
bothering
phone.
them.
up, back up."
Then she finds Willie and gets to bothering him. He's doing something, and she's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
"Hey,
he's
Willie,
doing
ma'am,
Yeah,
something.
50
go to
feet,
work.
Leave me
social
Go to
distance."
your
alone.
job. Go to your work. You're bothering people.
Yes,
You're too
because
worried
Willie
about what I'm doing right now.
exactly.
I mean,
'Cause
she has the best intentions, bless her heart, but girl, go somewhere.
I was just gonna say it comes from a really huge heart and compassion and maybe a little bit of guilt that she feels like she had something to do with him getting arrested, and now she has to make penance and make it right. And it's like, girl, Lane just wants to heal the world. Free
that's
Willie.
free, free Willie for real. So yeah, so she finds him, and then she ends up offering him a job at her spot,
Mm-hmm.
and just like giving him. I love that. I love that scene because it's just like you know what, this is partially my fault, so I'm gonna help you. Like, let me give you a reason to be here. Like,
Yeah.
so I really
Hmm.
love that.
Yeah, even Yoga Chick finally comes around to even like apologize because she's the main reason he got arrested because she's too busy not minding her business and not
Mm,
teaching her classes.
that's it.
And
Mind your
somebody was
business.
gonna bust her windows out. Like, let's just keep it real. If
For
you gonna come up
real.
in this neighborhood, you can't be up in here, harassing the natives. Like,
Mm-hmm.
either you
The
gonna come
natives.
and play nice and be respectful of everybody who's here, or you
Yeah.
might could get your windows busted. It didn't happen. It wasn't in any of the scripts. I was just thinking ahead.
Mm. But it would have happened. Like the way she acted, please.
It should have happened.
Yeah.
It should have.
It should have.
Maybe she would
It
really have a
could've.
reason.
Yes.
But
Yeah, she was like, let me go get this man a yoga mat and smooth this
Peace
over
offering.
with the community. I ain't think it was
Girl.
going to escalate like
Girl.
this.
Take this yoga mat.
I thought he would get a ticket. What?
I thought he would get a ticket.
And what
my
is he supposed to do
goodness.
with this ticket?
Right.
He's homeless,
He's
girl.
Pay the ticket. He's still going. He's homeless. If he
You're
can't
so
afford a home,
stupid.
he can't afford the ticket.
You is really dumb. You are so dumb.
What's wrong with you? Hold a bit.
I still have a lot to learn, but we still have to be neighbors. So, what can I do to make it better? Well, you can accept Willie as your neighbor, because I found him. Thank God. Is he okay?
Girl, you don't care.
You do not
You don't
care.
care. Cut it out.
She looked like she missed so much sleep.
Oh,
Making
please.
sure that Willie,
She needs to
is
go
okay.
to sleep because she's not teaching classes. What is she doing all day in everybody's
She
business?
at her door, like a noisy
Neighbor.
yeah.
She's always
Girl,
looking
look.
out.
What is she doing? Counting her money, probably. With her cheap rent. Mhm. You ain't low.
So then we move on to Vince, who is surprisingly still employed after he
I'm
done
so surprised.
messed up. I'm like, how? But then again, nobody else wants to be putting in a resume for the Breakfast Club, so I understand
I
why
was
he's
just
still
about
there.
to say, girl, who's gonna sit on the breakfast shift? Not
The
the breakfast
strippers
shift.
are disabled. Like, no one is working the shift, so somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it, and it got to be Vince. No one's
Pepper
asked
with
up.
the leg brace. Yo.
Pepper.
So Devon Shepard, he was the showrunner season 1 of Bigger. He also played the cop who came and arrested me in episode 10. Anywho, he said that was a real story.
Girl, you dropping exclusive.
He played, but yeah, clue.
Okay.
He was like, he said he went to a strip club and there was a stripper there in a leg brace.
Stop. What?
So this
Gotta get some
happened.
money.
This is real life?
And that's why y'all love this show. Because
Yes.
these things could happen. And maybe
You
they
know
did.
what? Diamond
Like-
said, make that
I-
money. Don't let the money make you. So that's what they're
Diamond
doing
said,
out here.
Players Club.
Yo,
You know
wait,
what?
are y'all in the Fast and the Furious track? What's going on over there? I just heard somebody peel out.
Oh, that's Brooklyn.
Stop!
That's
Why
Come
can't
on, Brooklyn. I'm listening. Come on, Brooklyn.
That's
She
Brooklyn.
threw me under the bus with no hesitation.
They throwing me under
I
the
didn't mean to
bus.
make it high. I just needed to know if everybody.
Listen, put her on
was
blast.
She said,
Put her on
that's
blast.
Brooklyn.
Over here in
We
Queens,
high.
we quiet in Queens.
Suburbs. The suburbs.
Like, look, me and my lawn.
Right, my backyard.
We ain't got no foot traffic.
Oh no.
That is funny.
So yeah, so Vince, but he's DJing. So later on, he's DJing, and this guy, he got a #1 fan.
Oh my, that's what threw me off. I said, he got a fan?
He got a fan. He's getting his life, sir. It's 9 a.m. Calm down. Calm down.
Yo,
like, I love
my
your
man
set.
was on his feet, shoulder lead, on his
Shoulder
feet, on his feet.
He loved
Went
every.
around with Pepper.
Oh my, Pepper. He loved himself some Pepper. He
Oh,
loved it.
he
Pepper
wished that
wasn't
could be
even
his
dancing.
life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sure
Pepper
he
was
does
standing
love himself
still.
some Pepper.
Yes, but she was
Look.
getting her money. She was getting her money.
I ain't mad at her.
He was getting it. Look, I'm sure he does love him some Pepper.
Oh
That's
yeah.
real.
Mhm.
Anywho. So, okay.
It's for my son's bar mitzvah.
Shit.
I'm sorry?
I didn't say anything.
We raised him right. Don't worry. He likes the old stuff like me.
I don't do kids' parties.
We'll match your rate here.
That ain't hard.
We'll double it then. It's a good crowd. It's a great venue.
And Vince got the nerve to say, "Oh, I don't know, I might be busy." What are you doing? Doing
Not a
what?
damn thing.
Nothing.
Not
You
a
Chase
know,
the
damn
fans
thing.
card.
Vince,
Listen,
I
make
don't think
the
he,
money. Don't let the money make
my
you.
baby, he just needed some guidance. My baby Vince just needed a little guidance.
Oh, he
See,
got guidance.
that's
He
why he
got
got
guidance.
Tracy.
Yes. Because he's talking about he don't want to do kids' birthday parties. Like, you gotta bring
You
your
don't
pride
do
down.
adult birthday parties, so
So what are you doing?
you gotta get in where you fit in, my friend.
Yes.
This is true. But he just got his dream shattered because he probably wants to be out DJ Khaled, like a big DJ doing big things, and you don't think a bar mitzvah is the natural progression of
Gotta start
something like
small.
that.
Some of them gotta
True.
start small.
You gotta start
You do.
somewhere. Because
You
that's how
do.
people are gonna get to know you. You're gonna build your name. Like,
Right.
he's not thinking.
He should not.
He wasn't.
Mm-mm.
But you know what? That's why he got friends. That's why we have
Mm.
friends to lead you on to get you back right.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of friends, Tracy, she ends up finding out that Vince stupidly posted the video that she made in the kitchen where she was dressed down, had no makeup on, and she is vexed. Like, she's pissed.
She's so upset.
She is so mad at him because all she's focused on are the negative comments. Like, normally, like, when we see celebrities show their natural faces, like, it's a whole bunch of positive feedback, but all she's seeing is the negatives, and so that's what she's focused on. And so she has to go find him. She needs to press him immediately.
Yes. But before that, because even didn't she go to the coffee shop, and then that guy was another fan. He got so hyped to see her.
Yeah.
Right? And
yeah. She ran out of there.
She ran out of there because apparently she thinks without her makeup, she's a whole nother person. She's Monica.
Yes.
But with her makeup, she's Tracy. She really thinks she's Hannah Montana.
She thinks she's Hannah Montana.
You know what I think it is too? When you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you do better. That's why I keep saying she was on her period, because I feel that in my mind. That's how you pull up to the coffee shop. You like, look, let me just throw something on. I got cramps.
Right.
My whole body's sore. Let me put on this baseball cap. I don't feel like being bothered, because Beyonce is a human too, right? Celebrities are human too. And not like Tracy. Did I just say Beyonce? Hold on. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Jesus. But you know what I mean. She just wanted to, like, she probably didn't feel her best.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so she didn't feel like she looked her best. And I do think that there is a connection with how you look and how you feel, if that makes sense. So she was just embarrassed, and nothing hurts somebody more when you care a lot about if you care about what people think about you, and you're trying to become better, and you're trying to do what Tracy is doing, when you get embarrassed. And I think that Tracy just constantly keeps getting embarrassed.
Every episode, it never fails. Every single episode, I've been keeping tally. I've been keeping track.
Struggle.
She be walking into some whoopings though. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
Got heart. The girl got heart.
She do. I give her that.
Yes.
I give her that. Her confidence is up there. Because a lot of people would have gave up a long time ago.
Not Tracy. Still
Not
pushing.
Tracy. Come on now.
Right? This is all you got one life.
True.
So she ends up finding him, at his shift, because where else he gonna be?
On him at work. Oh my God.
She's pissed, but he truly does not understand what the problem is.
Yeah, she came over here like a mad black mom. Put your butt over here now. Come on.
Cousin, your dumb ass. Now everybody knows what I look like without makeup on. That was the only way I wasn't being recognized, and now everyone is on my shit. Keep it hobbling, Pepper.
Pepper ain't hurt nobody.
Vince, what were you thinking?
Tracy, screw these trolls on here, okay? These people are getting to know the real you. I like the way you look without makeup.
So he also tells her that, he likes her with no makeup. And so for a few seconds, she's like, hold up. You've been checking for me.
Y'all peeped it.
You peeped it, right? She said, hold up now. But then reality hits. and she goes off on him.
Yeah.
So we're back to
I don't
what their
feel against
relationship
like.
been. I think she does like him.
I think there's something there.
Yeah, definitely on both sides.
Do you think that men and women can just be friends?
We talked a little bit about this when we had Chase on, and I feel like they can, but it's like 95% of the time one of them's going to end up liking the other. Usually
One of
the guy
them
ends up liking
actually
the girl.
does like the other, but maybe they don't
Mhm.
speak about it or
Mhm,
bring it to the
mhm.
Right,
forefront.
because you don't want to mess up a friendship. I think men and women can just be friends. I think
Yes, of course.
actually
There's
I
a lot
know
of
that men
gay
and
men
women.
who are friends with straight women.
I'm not messing with you. I'm not friends with you. I'm really
Yes,
not.
of course.
I am not friends with you.
Happens all the time.
All the time. Oh my God.
I mean, I grew up with it was just me and my brother, and I have a lot of male cousins, and so I grew up going to men for advice. Like, my dad, my brother, my grandfather. Like, I grew up in the same house with all of these men who really just cared a lot about my well-being. So I think I'm just used to sitting next to platonically or like kin, sitting next to somebody who could feel like a brother to me or who could feel like a cousin to me and just be like, yeah, this is what I'm going through and what's your perspective, or I trusted you in this thing in this way and I know you don't look at it from the side of vanity that I might be looking at it on, but if you respected me, you would have at least ran it past me first. You know what I mean? Like, I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I think what Tracy and Vince have is what you have. Like, they're like family. They really, I think they have a sincere friendship.
Okay.
Yes, I thought that, but
Thank you. I'm just kidding.
thank you. No,
Yeah, we love
no,
that.
I do think that they do, but there's something there when Vince says certain things to Tracy. It's like oh, that's so sweet. Like
Someone sees me. That's how it comes off to me. Like,
mm,
because she doesn't really have any romantic interest at the time. So whenever he says like something nice to her, she kind of looks like, oh, somebody noticed that about me. Or somebody said something
Yeah.
nice about me. And she doesn't hear that a lot because sis been struggling. So
yeah,
maybe it's one-sided. I don't know.
yeah.
And she ain't got no man.
That too.
She ain't got
Tracy is
no
so focused
man.
on the glow up and the grind that if Vince did like her, she probably couldn't even realize it.
Right. But I do like their relationship though, because they
Yeah.
always like tell each other how it is, and they always help each other out. Like she even convinces him to take the bar mitzvah job. Like you need to like think about yourself and just get yourself out there.
Yeah.
So that was good too. They have a cute little relationship.
Yeah, I like them.
Yes. But Rashida, have you ever had a friend like express like they like you? Like you thought y'all was platonic, but then he's like, nah, I've been feeling you since I met you.
Yes. I had a friend, um, we went to prom together as like friends, but we had been friends since fifth grade. And now we're seniors in high school. We go to prom together. I go to college. He goes to college. I went to Temple. He went to LaSalle. They're both colleges in the same city, Philadelphia. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I think, yeah. So to answer your question, yes, we
Yeah.
did kind of. He was a great guy. I ended up kind of liking him too after
Okay.
a while.
All right.
Good,
So what
good friend. He
happens?
ended
It
up.
happens.
It happens. It does happen.
But yeah, let's see what happens with Tracy and Vince. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I wouldn't mind if they
I'm
just stayed
excited
friends.
to
I
see
wouldn't hate
too.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate it at all.
If
But
they
I just feel
supported.
like something could happen between them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Or
you
it's
know
just
what?
one-sided.
I think I think Vince deserves to be with someone who sees him too, though. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like, if Tracy can't see, if she isn't aligned in that same way for him, like,
Mm-hmm.
she sees him and she's able to be a good friend. But if she isn't able, some people are just good at being friends.
Yeah.
And maybe Vince don't need them problems. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
crazy.
But also, I feel like he's evolving and kind of coming into the times. So, it might be different for her. She might see him differently now that he's not living in 2003.
She was trying to get his girl, dragging him out the store. Like, please, please, please buy new clothes. Come, let me take you to the swap meet, because that's where you get your come, let me take you to the swap meet and upgrade your outfit.
She's helping him. She's upgrading him.
She is.
So
You guys should see me. I'm sitting here playing in my hair like she is, yeah.
Yes, that's me. That's
Yeah.
Tracy.
She upgrades. She do.
So she decides to switch up her look as she's in Trader Joe's, and these women are just following her. She got on a whole lavender wig in Trader Joe's. I'm like, girl, we can see you.
We see you.
Is she trying to blend in? I'm like, what?
She just
Not
needs
the
a
way
new
to go.
disguise.
She's like, let me try this. No, it's still you. It's still you.
She's trying to come up with all these different ways to change her look. Mama, we still know who you are.
Hannah Montana, I'm telling you.
They still don't follow you.
They still following you. And, she ends up pressing them like, why y'all following me? Who y'all work for? Y'all work for TMZ? Like, she wants to know.
No. Can I tell y'all, there are 2 times when I watched the show back and I kind of scared myself. That was one of them.
And Brooklyn came out.
I was like, ooh. I really walked up to them like I was going to do something to them.
Yes. They were dropping groceries and everything.
It was seen in the throwback episode in the bookstore when she pressed that girl that bumped her. Like, Tracy's scary.
Y'all, let me tell you something. I saw that scene in ADR. It was like, that's you. You did that. That's you.
That's you.
That was you.
Yeah, we don't want to mess with Tracy.
Not at all. She the homie.
Yes.
But anyway, like, they ended up loving her video, so that's why they were following her. They wanted to know what she buying because, they can't cook, and so they need pointers.
She has a new set of fans.
She does. She's going to monetize this because, she's always thinking, hustling.
I love it.
And she knows how to cook. And
she does.
It's not like she has a family and she has kids and stuff like that, but she just kind of likes cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, well, cooking is a hobby for me too. Actually, I started cooking as a hobby when I lived in Pittsburgh, and I put it down for a while because, I was focused on my career and stuff, and I just kind of didn't have time to, spend my Friday nights drunk off wine playing with recipes. Because that's really, that's
really what it is.
That's really what it is. But now that I've been in quarantine and I have time to drink wine and play in the kitchen, I've been doing more of that.
Yes. What's your most proudest recipe that you cooked during quarantine?
Short ribs. I made short ribs this week, and I always wanted to have those yummy, juicy, fall off the bone. Like, what bone? You saw a bone? There wasn't no bone in my short ribs. Not a short rib. And I accomplished that this week.
Yes, go girl.
Snap for the kids.
Thank you, lady. Thank you. Thank you. I feel the light. I feel the love. I feel the love. Because it's been a long time coming, trying to nail down it. Because ain't nothing worse than some tough spare short ribs. That's how you know you're getting old. You don't want no tough short ribs.
We don't want that. Gotta fall off the bone. So Tracy, she decides to start, I guess, like a YouTube channel for her cooking. And she's like, you know what? Maybe this is my element. Maybe this is what's going to get me my subscribers, my content. This is it. So she gets all dressed up, wig, lashes, makeup, cute outfit, heels, all of it. Oh, wrong. She can't see. Hair getting her mouth. She falling on the floor. Girl, it's a mess.
Oh, but did y'all see my granddaddy bunion?
No. We missed that.
No, I go whenever I watch, but it's so I love the show and I love it, but sometimes it's just so hard to see yourself because the things
Mhm.
that you notice. I noticed my granddaddy's bunion when I fell. I was like, "Ooh, that's my raw foot." Okay. Hey, granddaddy
Raw
bunion.
foot, not the raw foot.
That's funny.
We didn't peep. Usually we peep everything. I'd be
I
like,
know.
man,
I
you
didn't
sure
peep
that?
that.
No.
It's one of them Tracy things when you're looking at yourself too hard. Just
Yes,
don't look at
there
me, look
you
at Jesus.
go.
Stop looking at yourself so hard.
Uh-uh. So Tracy, she decides to take everything off. Like, let me be natural. This is doing too much.
She tired
First,
of
can we talk
struggling.
about how you took off that wig and then your natural hair was just as long as a wig? I was like, how? Girl, what is your
And it
hair
looked
regimen?
better. Like, I'm like,
It looks
what?
better than a wig. Give me the secret.
So I let my line sister color my hair in 2007. So 2008 I was bald, and then
Girl,
that year all my hair broke off.
are you
All my hair
serious?
broke off. Yes, and
Oh God.
so I went natural, and thank God for these YouTube videos. The Glam Twins, Natural 85. These are some of my favorite natural hair
Oh, yes.
YouTubers.
Oh,
They
I need to write these
helped me
down.
get myself together and grow out my natural hair. So when I did
Mhm.
bigger, that was probably the first time I pressed out my natural hair, and I want to say like fully in 2 years. I just
Really?
wasn't putting heat to it. I wasn't doing nothing to it. So
Mhm.
there's a secret.
There you
Oh,
go.
I
Yeah,
guess I
good.
wasn't doing
Natural.
nothing. I was
Exclusive.
deep conditioning it, taking care of it, and just
Natural
not
is
putting no heat to it.
natural hair is a struggle. I'm telling you, after quarantine, I think I might slap a perm in it. I can't.
What's your biggest gripe with it? Like what are you having your hardest time with?
It's just not even. I really need to just cut it off and do like a big chop, but like it's not even and it just I feel like it doesn't grow. But I also want to try maybe like taking like hair vitamins and find the right products for me. And it's just like so much work. Like
Your
doing
hair
like the
grows.
wash day and all the things. It's just laziness, honestly.
Let me tell you how my lazy wash days look. I just wash my scalp. This is gonna sound so raggedy. I just wash my scalp. The Glam Twins taught me how to do this.
Mhm.
Take some shampoo and just moisturize your scalp because, excuse me, just lather it in your scalp
Yeah,
because when you
shampoo's
rinse
only for
out,
your
the
scalp.
rest of your hair gets cleansed anyway. I put deep conditioner in it. I sleep in the deep conditioner. Start my next day, rinse the deep conditioner out in the shower, and then I do the lock oil method. So a leave-in conditioner, a cream, and an oil, braid my hair up, and then I'm done. I could leave my hair in them braids for 2 weeks if I wanted to.
Hmm.
Lock
And ain't nobody
oil.
looking at you. A
Right.
lock oil method. Ain't nobody
Ooh,
looking at you anyway. So just
true.
keep your hair moisturized and healthy. It's a
Mhm.
portion of my self care because, like I said, when you look good, you feel good. Because I
Right.
invented this thing. When you look good, you feel good.
You heard it
When
here
you
first.
feel good, you do better. You heard it here first. But Black women and our hair, it's it's something that we really should take pride in
Mhm.
because there's nothing else like us in our hair and in the world. It's the forward trend setting thingakabopper for hair on the
Mhm.
entire planet. So, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
yeah, take whatever time it takes and to enjoy your hair care method because you're worth it. Your hair
Oh,
is
come on now.
feeling good about it. Feeling good
Just
about your
ended
hair.
It's
on a
worth it.
beautiful
I
note
love
because
it.
you're worth
Thank
it.
you. I love that.
Made me feel good. Oh my
Right? Thank you, girl.
Oh God, it's true.
Okay, so yeah, so Tracy ends up just shedding it all and really getting down to business, and the people love it.
God. People love it. They want
Hmm.
more of this positive, natural Tracy.
Yes.
Well, hopefully, she continues to
Hey,
give you more.
Mary,
Yeah.
Mary, why you want to see Tracy and Vince together?
Who?
Wait, who wanted to see Tracy and Vince together? Was it Mary or Britt?
I didn't say I want to see. I said I see it happening.
Yeah, it's unfolding.
It's unfolding.
Season two.
Okay.
We
It's
already mentally
pending. That's
writing
all I think
season
it
two.
is. It's just
Yeah,
pending.
it's pending. You'll see it.
Okay, so if it wasn't going to be Vince, who would you want to see Tracey with?
I need her to find a new
We can
man.
do, yeah, we can do
Not
real
Dion,
people.
not Vince.
No.
No, ma'am. Dion is toxic.
I actually want to meet her basketball ex.
It's toxic.
Yeah.
I gotta start jogging around the living room, not toxic. Run away from toxic. Tracey don't want no problems.
We're gonna get into Dion quickly. We're gonna get into him real soon. But like, yeah, he's toxic.
Man.
Mm-mm.
Season 2, I want to actually meet the basketball ex. I want to see what that relationship was about. I mean, he cheated on her, and that's something we questioned in the show. Like,
I know what you're about to say.
She's a basketball ex, so how did she get off the show? Because the way they make it seem is like she had the boyfriend. How was she even on the show if she had a boyfriend? But she's the ex, and so she got kicked off the show. We're like, what?
You just have to watch season 2 and see.
Okay.
Oh,
we'll be tuned in. We need to understand.
We have questions.
Always.
So who's next? Let's go into Veronica real quick.
Okay.
So Veronica, she takes Lane to her complex to show it off. Like, I did it. This is all me. And then Lane has
Why didn't she keep Lane in the car? She stinks.
Right.
I was like, so like,
bad for business.
She could show Lane when the guy leaves.
Right, because the guy was like, who is this?
Not a good look, ma'am.
Not a good look. This is not a good look. So, but Lane has questions of how she's going to even get these Section 8 renters in. And Veronica's like, listen, I found loopholes. Like, I make a way out of no way. I don't know about you, but I make a way out of no way. And I found loopholes.
But I break rules all the time.
Yes. I'm beating the system. So she has these interviews for all these Section 8 renters, and they're horrible.
A mess.
Horrible.
She had like 8 cups of coffee. I'm like, damn, sis.
Girl, she was stressed. She was so stressed. Like, they got dogs.
You need sleep.
Kids. Oh my gosh, yes. A mess. But she ended up finally finding like a family, but I don't think they were really Section 8.
Yeah, I feel like that man was lying.
I feel like everybody in the building are not Section 8. She's gonna get caught up in this.
He was definitely pulling on her heartstrings.
And
then we see that, she's celebrating. She is feeling herself once again. But her old assistant Shelly stops by to congratulate her and gives her like a basket of cookies, and it didn't have any walnuts. So she remembered, being that she was her old assistant, that Veronica's allergic to that. But Veronica is still mad.
So mad.
I'm like, but why, ma'am? I don't understand.
But I also love that the friends are still mad with her, like, oh yeah, that hoe. Like, listen,
that hoe.
We're
Give
friends.
us the basket, but you still a hoe.
You right. You don't like us, so we hate her. Like, that's how we roll. We don't
reality. She did nothing to you. She did nothing wrong. Yo, low key, that basket might have been 15 pounds.
Really?
There was 108 cookies in there. Don't ask me why I know there was 108 cookies.
Stop. I figured they would just have only the top layer looking like it was real cookies. I didn't know they would put that many. Sheesh.
I was like, here, hold this. Tanisha was like, ooh. Oh my God. It's a heavy basket.
See how nice Shelly is? She's so sweet. Give you 108 cookies. But then you see Veronica's kind of like, I guess she's not that bad. Yeah. I guess.
What is this one-sided beef? We need to understand more. Where is this coming from?
Veronica is seeing it now.
This
Like,
energy.
look, I don't need to understand more. If my homegirl said her old assistant, she don't like her. I mean, I was never friends with so I don't care. That's your
But at the same time,
I'm inviting her to coffee.
But at the same time, Veronica kind of has to look at herself. Like, what kind of boss were you if you're like having these kind of feelings towards this girl who seems kind of sweet, but maybe she has this nasty side that we just don't know about. Like,
or maybe she doesn't, and Veronica is just being jealous. But you know what? That's how you have friends. Who tell you that
gotta ground you.
Come back, sir. Come right back. We missed you.
Oh man. So let's go to Dion.
Fuck boy.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Mr. Toxic himself.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead,
I
girl.
like Dion.
Oh,
We love Dion. He has some things.
he has tendencies, you know.
Yeah, he does. Most men do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he gets invited to a camping trip with his coworkers, and of course he's down to go because he's trying to make nice because he thinks he's still up for this promotion. And his coworker's like, "What? You no?
You thought that was real?
You thought right? You really was out for it?
That's cute. That's real cute.
That is so funny,
bro. Wow. You're hilarious, bro. Like you're so funny, bro.
Wow.
You know how it goes. But I was up for that promotion. They take other resumes as a formality. Frank Stone, his nephew, man's the shoe-in. I'm sure you're next, though.
The boss's nephew got that promotion. Don't you understand?
You mean the one that got fired and the one that's addicted to drugs? Yeah,
that's the one. Of course. What's crazy about that?
You were never considered for this job.
So Dion's like, I did all this for what? For what?
I love that scene when Dion runs up to the roof and he screams, and then the other brother is up there. You can tell he just finished screaming.
I thought he was about to kill himself. I said, "No, brother, don't do it."
I said that. I
Don't
said, "You gonna jump?"
I said, "No, not for this job."
I think that was a black man moment. I think because we don't have black women don't have the luxury of going. It's not a luxury, but it's not. If you see a black woman screaming, I guess if you see a black man screaming too, they gonna call the people. I don't know.
We angry to them.
Scream. Maybe I should start.
I don't know about that.
I know screaming does let out all that built up aggression, all that built up stress. Like it's therapeutic.
Yeah, you go home and scream in a pillow. I never, had to leave the office and go and scream on the roof. But then he visualized smacking everybody, so I can understand why. If that was the alternative, hit the roof and scream, bro.
And he goes there, and there's another brother up there. I was doing the same thing, bro.
Yeah, just finished screaming.
Just finished. You late. You late.
The roof is all yours. You can take it now.
You got it.
I'm done with it.
I love that scene. That was one of those I love us kind of scenes where I was like,
love it. It's so rich working when I used to work in corporate America, if you will. It's so you see favoritism, you working hard and you don't get a promotion, or you see Becky and them, they'll get the promotion, and you're just like, I'm here. I've been working harder even.
So you don't even get noticed.
It's the kind of thing, especially if it's not, he's doing that because he has responsibilities. So when you're a person who might have different interests, but you're, working this job to fulfill your responsibilities, and you feel, you don't feel like you're being treated right, and it could be soul wrenching. You know what I mean? It makes you want to grit your teeth and just. It could drive you crazy. So I'm kind of glad Dion left. I wish Dion well. I hope he lands on his feet.
Right.
He better not tell his mama. That's all I know.
Oh, come on now.
She's my favorite.
I love no nonsense. She's not with the games.
Have you ever dated a guy whose mom was just very involved?
No, and I don't want to. Please don't put that out there for me. Thank you.
Okay. Moving right along.
What about you?
You know what I did? And you know what I said to her? And I didn't even realize. We were in the kitchen and I was like, he loves me, right?
Ooh, feel yourself. Okay.
Let this be known.
Tore that mouth out. She was like, ooh, that was ignorant. I was young, nothing. but it was like 17. I didn't know any better. But
I was 17. Yeah. Thought you was on top of the world.
You thought she was real cute with her little boyfriend. Girl.
He loved me.
He loved me. He loves me. Okay. Like,
So funny. I'm like, little girl.
She was that girl. Okay.
No, I mean, I had a boyfriend one time. I feel like he didn't want his mom. I wish the mom was more involved. Like, I would be at his house, and then the mom would come in, and he just sitting there. I'm like, "You're not gonna introduce me to your mom?" And he's like, "I guess. I don't know." I'm just like, okay. So it was just awkward. So when I was leaving, I'm like, "Hi." Like, I had to introduce myself, and it's just like, but they had a weird relationship. That's another thing. Like, if how a guy treats his mom, that tells you a lot
Very
about how
telling,
he's gonna
yeah.
be. Yep. Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, yes. That guy sounds like a nincompoop.
Oh yeah, that was young too. Anyway,
Moving right along.
moving right along. We getting too deep.
I don't even wonder where them brothers ended up. I'm sure that everyone's fine. Moving right along.
Everyone's good luck with everything.
Yes, I'm married. Mothers are great.
Yes.
Yes.
So Dion goes visit Lane at her job. He drops her a 10 for Willie.
You don't need this for your little white boy adventures this weekend?
No, I'm not going. I didn't get the promotion.
Oh. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, baby. Come here. Which family member did?
Fucking nephew. They weren't even considering me. I'm so tired of playing their fucking games.
I know.
So this is really a thing. Like, are they? I was like, they're
They're
together.
dating
like,
now.
Calling him baby. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
baby.
I'm like,
Kissing
okay,
him.
kiss.
Okay.
And she smells. I said, oh no, this is love. Oh, my
No,
goodness.
didn't she clean? She cleaned at this point.
She didn't wear like new clothes. She put on the same thing.
Wait.
She has a whole store, girl.
She wasn't still in the Free Willy shirt.
Yes, she was.
I think she was.
Oh my gosh, she was. I'm done.
She had the whole look still.
That's real love. That's real love. Then.
That's real like, if you will, because they're not at love yet.
True. So it gets to the point. So she's like, just quit. Come on, they're free. Quit.
So lame. So
lame. Forget that job. And he's like, what? What are you saying? What are you saying to me?
Who are you?
He's like, I have responsibilities. Like, I have my whole family on my back. I can't just quit. And she's like, oh, I didn't think about that. And then he gonna say, because you had somebody bankroll your dreams. Dion,
you've been thinking about that for a long time.
You've been holding on to that.
That was in his pocket the whole time.
You had that ammo. You had that ammo in that gun. You wanted to shoot her with that.
At any moment, he was ready to drop that bomb. At any moment.
Below the belt, sir. And she just like, F you. F you.
Then he has the nerve to say, this feels different. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. You guys are actually dating. It is different. Right. What do you think? You guys could just argue and it'd be like any old day? No, honey.
Yes. And then he says, I don't want to ruin our friendship over something that isn't right. Isn't right?
She don't know what's happening. She is thrown away. She's just spinning right now. Like, wait, what?
Spinning. He's shaking the table.
Stop, Dion. Just stop. It's too much. Just like
every time he opens his mouth, it's another shot.
Oh my gosh. She can't take it. It's too much.
It's too much. He keeps digging himself in the hole.
This happened in a matter of 3 minutes. Like, you just walked in.
You just dropped off the tent. Like, sir. And then he's going to have this nerve take, keep the tent. I don't want your stupid tent.
He didn't have the receipt, remember? He ain't got no choice but to take it.
Take it with you. I'm so upset. She don't have nothing else to say but F you.
That's all she kept saying.
F you.
She had she was in shock. She was in such shock because where did that come from? He took all his frustration out on her.
He really did. There was no need for that. We didn't need that.
Oh, Dion, shame on you.
But then he goes back to work and he's upset. So he's slapping everyone across the across the way, like legit slapping, backhand, front hand, slap the
whole hallway.
Everyone's getting it.
Anybody could get it. Anybody could get it. Anybody step foot in this hallway, you getting it.
You getting slapped. It was real.
I'm surprised he didn't imagine slapping his boss. That's who I really would imagine slapping.
Right. That's the first person I'm slapping. That's my problem.
To the ground. He was slapping them to the floor.
To the floor, like
the whole
thing. To the window to the wall.
Whole choreography.
Slapping dudes to the ground. I was dying. I was
Then for a second I was like, is this real? Because he didn't automatically snap out of it. Like,
no.
Did he really just snap?
When it started and bruh came up for the 5 and Dion came back with the smack.
Yes. Yes. I was like, dang, I feel it. I feel you though.
Hilarious.
Then he had the nerve to kind of say to a guy like, come for me, come on.
Come on.
Slap.
You getting it too. You getting it too.
Anybody step foot in this hallway, getting it.
Yes. So he goes to his boss and he almost say nothing else but I quit.
So you're doing exactly what Lane told you to do.
Right. That you give an attitude for?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're stressing me out for no reason.
He didn't even give her his 2-week notice.
At all. No severance pay for you, smarty.
No severance. No referrals for you.
At
That's
all.
it.
How long were you at this company?
Think smart. You gotta think smart. He was there for some years.
You put your whole life into that thing.
Yeah, probably vested. I mean, he left a little 401k that he can live off of if he had to. He just probably scared to tell his mama.
Oh, definitely. That's the only person he cares about telling.
I'd be scared too.
Yeah, he said
Lane
the mama, the auntie,
be like,
the cousin.
Lane should go to his mom and be like, you know he loved me.
Lane would get stomped on him.
She would. Oh my! And that mom would have a slap fest with Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She ain't gonna slap
Lane.
Lane.
Those problems.
Let me show you. She gonna shut up. Let me show you what love is.
She gonna shut up today.
Love gets you.
Okay. Oh man. So Dion quits his job. And then Vince finally agreed to the bar mitzvah. And the people love him.
Oh my God. He had a whole list of people ready.
This is his area.
All the dads is like, when are you available? I need to book you. Take my card.
Card, just throwing money at him. See,
throwing it.
You like money, Vince? You're welcome.
Yes, I love it. Because he listened to Tracey.
Because he listened to his homegirl.
Yes. Maybe lover.
Lover.
Homegirl, maybe lover.
We're not sure yet.
After y'all just drag Dion, I don't want y'all dragging Vince.
If Vince behaves, we won't have no
reason to drag anybody unless they misbehave. That's all.
That's it. That's our job here. If you misbehave, you get dragged.
You get drugged for bad behavior.
That's it. So let's get into the questions, comments, and concerns. The first question from a listener is at Viva La Bella. She says, what advice would you give Tracey if you were one of her homegirls?
Stay out the comments.
That part.
That's it.
And nothing but the devil in the comments. That's not true. I mean, some comments, but that would be my advice to her, to stay out the comments.
Trolls are real. Like, I be looking at celebrities' posts, and like people are cruel. Like, especially like when celebrities post like their kids. Like, y'all don't have nothing better to do.
Yeah, no. I don't like that.
Like going having whole arguments over somebody else's kids. Like,
right.
You have nothing else to do.
Baby be a baby. I don't like that. That makes me sad.
I know, me too. People are cruel. Yeah, so stay out the comments.
Oh, at Meek says, why does Tracey life revolve around social media? Is it an addiction?
I don't. It might be. If I had to answer this question, because I do, I would say she sees social media as an additional form of income for her. So she's trying to figure it out so she can have a healthy relationship and utilize it as a tool.
Do you think Tracey will ever be like, "Oh, this is too much for me. Let me get a different job, a different industry"?
I think she's already done that and then realized she probably couldn't do anything else
Oh,
but be bad. She's just trying to either she's what else could she do? She
right.
she
She could
likes
open
to
up a
be
food truck.
in front of the camera. She likes to be in
Food
front of
truck.
the camera. She could do a food truck. Yeah, maybe. I'm sitting here like, well, where would she wash her hands? See, that's
Right.
why.
That's her thing. Okay, so at Queen ZOH says, do you think when in the entertainment industry, is it harder to get started or is it harder to keep going?
That's an excellent question. Speaking from my situation, like it was hard for me to make the decision to leave because I was in law school, so that was a hard season for me. But I think if you don't keep going, what do you do? Quit? If you don't start, what do you do? Not be happy? I like because I don't. I think the alternatives to not starting or to not keep going are harder to live with for me than either starting or than the journey.
Okay, the next question is from at Mary from Seriously Podcast.
You are so annoying.
She says,
That was very Portia of you. Portia has a question from Atlanta.
she says, looking at the little preview for episode 10, we see that Vince is going to be getting some money, some coins. Will Tracey's opinion or view of Vince change? Or will she still just see him as a friend?
I think she'll still see him as a friend in episode 10.
Okay. What about season 2? You don't know yet.
Season 2.
Y'all are really trying to make y'all
Listen, the way she kept looking at him, well, you looking at him, it was just telling us things. Like there's a door there. She wants to open that door.
I mean, it's there.
Open the door. Oh, close the door. Hold the door. Hold the door.
Come on, Game of Thrones.
I don't know. I can't relate to that.
Bye, Brittany.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Watch Game of Thrones.
Girl, no. I watch Bigger. I only watch Bigger.
You're right. I'm bugging. You're right.
How much do you relate to? I don't know if you really answer. How much do you relate to Tracey? Like, how much do you see yourself in her?
I think Tracey is a lot more tenacious, and she's, she has a lot of perseverance that I admire. I hope to be that tenacious to get knocked down and get back up, like Tracey has.
Got a lot of heart.
The girl got heart. You kind of have to bring yourself to. Well, I guess you kind of bring. I bring myself to the characters I play a lot of the time. So there are pieces of me and Tracey. I would say if I had to give it a percentage, I would say, I don't know. I'm scared to answer this question wrong. Is there a wrong answer?
No.
No.
And if you can even say I don't relate to her at all. Like that's okay.
I don't know her. You can even say that.
I don't know her.
I don't know her. Who her?
I don't know her.
I relate to Tracey. I relate to Tracey maybe 70% of the time. I wouldn't make all the choices that she's made, but I relate to wanting to be happy, and I relate to like wanting to live your dream and figuring it out on the way.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Amazing.
So I know that A Bigger is picked up for season 2. Congratulations.
Thank
What
you.
have you read the script yet?
Mm-mm.
So what are you hoping will happen for Tracey in season 2?
I hope Tracey wins.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay. We all want that. No more struggle for Tracey.
No more.
Tracey need a win. Start a hashtag. Tracey needs a win. Tracey needs a win.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope she wins next season. I hope she wins this new season.
I can't wait.
Yeah. I'm really interested in seeing this final episode.
Right.
Fix it, Jesus.
Why
What's
they
happening?
get arrested?
Why they looking for Tracey?
Did they get into another fight like the episode, the Basketball Extra reunion? What happened?
Oh yes, that's what happened. Fight.
Oh,
okay. Because I was wondering, like, why are all 3 of them in the cop car? I forgot about the fight.
But I don't know if that's why. I'm thinking they got into another fight. Like,
don't do us like that, Britt. Like we just be out here fighting.
They be fighting in the street. Who knows?
Fighting in the club.
I need to see what happens with Lane and Dion, if she will accept his behavior.
His behavior. How was he coping with life after he quit his job?
He was looking rough. That's how he was
looking
coping.
Real rough. He was looking like quarantine.
Before quarantine. Like how?
Dang.
Yeah, he looks like if there was a scratch and sniff, you would throw it out.
Oh yeah.
Well, he tell his mama. If she asking for money, like, are you sending that next week?
Ooh. Because you know she's still gonna want her bill on time.
On time. She's a bill collector.
On time. Calling you late today.
I'm so grateful that you ladies watch this show with this. I love this. I love this feedback. This is how I do the script too. Like, I want I'm gonna be in your pocket next week too. You better say something. You better draft a script and read it off the paper. You better say something.
Hello. No, we love this show, and it just makes it easy for us to do like this podcast because it's so entertaining, so like relatable. Like all of you guys do an excellent job. We love it.
I like that you guys had some wins in this episode.
Thank you.
Tracy,
I'm
Veronica,
grateful.
Vince. I'm like, yes.
Even Dion and Lane, I think. Well, Dion quitting his job, I hope, is a new beginning for a good life for him. And Lane found Willie and did the right thing for her community. You gotta respect that.
That's true.
Yes,
That's
she
true.
do. She did. She's making progress.
So everybody gotta win. Everybody gotta win.
All we do is win, win, win. Oh no, wait, Tracy got put on blast, but
it came into a new opportunity.
Yeah, the cooking show. There was so much positivity in the comments. I was like, yes, finally, Tracy.
And Vince likes the way she looks without makeup. She should go to his mama and be like, he loved me.
Yes. But I don't know. I don't know if they would start anything because that's gonna be messy. Like with Veronica, that's gonna be a whole new thing on their friendship.
I think it's a little too
incestuous. It adds drama, and that's what I need. So
I accept it. That's what I need. So
give us all the drama. I'm here for it.
Of course.
Be a little bit too messy.
I don't think Tracy needs Veronica's leftovers.
Very true.
At number 3, she don't want that.
She don't want that. What's she gonna do with that?
Number 3D.
Yes. But I do hope we see Tracey with some love next season.
Yeah, next season.
I want to see her in a relationship or
First
just dating.
episode, I want her in a relationship, a healthy relationship.
From your lips to God's ears.
Yes.
God is not working in this instance, but ladies, you guys are amazing. It's always a pleasure and an honor. I'm sincerely grateful that y'all took the time out not only to review the show, but to incorporate us in your reviews and the support. I didn't imagine that we would get this much love from everybody.
We love to see
girl, through social media. Through social media, all of this has happened. So it's an honor. It's truly an honor to be able to connect, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us too. We really appreciate you coming on and just having fun with us. This was like really, really fun.
Same.
Okay, Rasheda, listen, can you tell everyone where they can follow you and any upcoming projects you have or anything you want everyone to know?
Surely. So you can find me on all social media platforms, Rasheda at Rasheda Crockett. All social media platforms at Rasheda Crockett, and the new American Pie movie Girls Rule.
So, American Pie.
Okay.
Exclusive. Okay.
It's out yet or
not yet?
Didn't even know.
Okay.
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. Look, I hope from my lips to God's ears, it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
It happened.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Love it.
She's out here working.
Right? What are you doing?
Yes. Thank you so much, Rasheda.
Thank you guys. And until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.